Hello, Steve White, Steve RC9. Well, I did a video the other day about Star Trek Discovery sort of being erased from canon. The last episode of Lower Decks had a scenario where ships were moving through a phenomenon which put them through different universes and different alternative realities and so forth. And what kept happening was you kept seeing these people change from reality to reality, reality, universe, universe, universe. And at some point, this Klingon ship transformed into the Klingons from Discovery, which establishes that they're actually in another universe, that they're not in this universe because they were changing for different universes. And it was a wonderful little Christmas gift. It's like finally acknowledging, yes, this show is in another universe. It's not the same universe as the canon Star Trek universe. And I was happy about that. And I noticed other people started to comment on it, like Comic Book News did a video about it or an article about it. And I thought, yep, this is cool. Jim Cock did a video, Mecha Random did a video. And the funniest thing I found was there was one guy from Trek Culture they're very much a shield site. They've got, sponsors and stuff like that. And they do very pro. They probably do like the shows, but they do very pro. They never say anything negative, never anything real, no real criticism. Just PR, just publicity, basically, just, shilling. And he said, now I know that you were going to basically say this means it's not part of the universe, but that's not true. It still is. And he made some excuse that didn't make any sense. Like, there's just different, things in each universe. I'm like, that's what different universes are. That's what different realities are. Those are different timelines are. And it's just really bizarre because I don't know how you can deny this. They're moving through different realities, different universes, and they're changing, and one of them is the Discovery universe. It clearly establishes that it's different. That's why it was changing from one to the other. And it's also come up a couple of times, and someone pointed out there was an episode, I need to go back and look at this, there was an episode where Giorgio was being interviewed by someone, and they talked about the explosion of Romulus, which happened in the J.J. Abrams universe timeline. Now, did it happen in multiple timelines? I don't know, but it does sound like it puts them in that timeline. I didn't pick up on that at the time. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't hear anyone else talk about it, but Mecha Random mentioned that. I don't normally watch Doomcock or Mecha Random, but occasionally when something big happens, I do go see what they're saying and what the chuds are saying about it and how they're spinning stuff and what they're saying about stuff. But so most people are acknowledging that this establishes that Discovery is in a different universe, or even if it's in a different timeline, it still separates it from the original Star Trek canon timeline. Even if they're not different universes, they're different timelines. That's enough. So the people who are trying to hold on to it and act like it's all the same timeline, all the same canon universe, it's just not. It never has been. Just looking at it, you can tell visually, and then all these little things like this add up. Then there was the Strange New Worlds episode where they established that Romulans had infiltrated Earth in the past to try and affect Khan's future, and they created a new timeline, and that's the timeline that at least Strange New Worlds exists in, and maybe even Discovery in that as well. So that was interesting. But either way, I just found it funny. I love that other people were commenting on it and picking up on it. Even Trek Yards did a video talking about how, it's established it's another universe now. So that's a little Christmas gift that Michael McCann, I think his name is, the one who does Lower Decks, gave us. But it's funny to see Shields try and act like, no, it's still the same. I'm like, it's a different universe. If it's not a different universe, it's at least a different timeline or reality. It's not the same. Stop saying it is. I know you want it to be the same for some reason, like you don't want to admit that it's a different one because then people say one's better than the other. And marketing likes to say it's all one. They don't want to do the multiverse thing because they know it hasn't gone well in other franchises, because people start to think, well, there's no value because it doesn't matter if something happens in this universe because they can just go to another universe, and it's just not going well. So I can see why they're trying to avoid that, and that's why they did that after the J.J. Abrams film. They wanted to say, no, it's all the same universe, even though it wasn't, copyright-wise, license-wise, production-wise, it just wasn't. But they know people reacted badly to the J.J. films and sort of divided fans a bit. They didn't want to have that happen, so then they started to, revise it and be revisionist and say, no, it's all the same universe, even though right in front of us we could tell it wasn't. And they lied about the Klingons being from an ancient sect and all that, and separate from the others. That's why they evolved differently, when that's how all the Klingons look and stuff like that. And they tried to get away with it. Didn't take long for fans to realise, this is a different universe altogether, and to get around and just, So just want to do a video talking about that for a minute. I want to acknowledge there were people who are acknowledging it, and sort of criticise the people who are trying to act like it's something else, and try and make excuses for it and explain it away when you can't. It's right there on screen. It's right there on screen. And some people now argue that, well, Lower Decks isn't canon because it's cartoon. But the original series was originally canon until Gene did Next Gen and he wanted to decanonize it, but he only decanonized some of it. And other people have been saying, Paramount's been saying that Strange New Worlds, Lower Decks is canon. So that means that's canon. So, yeah, just want to talk about that for a minute. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the whole issue.